Hey guys, in this video we're gonna go over my audio kit. So basically, if you've been following the series, we've done a tour of my production van, my studio that we're in, and the camera cart. But I kind of wanted to do a breakdown of actual audio kit that we use. So again, we're primarily doing corporate and commercial video production, where a lot of times we may not have a dedicated audio guy. I'm always pushing for it, but it is just what the world is. So even though I'm a director, producer, DP, slowly after 15 years, you learn enough audio to make sure we can give high quality audio when we can't get a dedicated audio guy. So it's entirely meant for, again, efficiency. If you're seeing a trend in my videos, how can we go fast, get the best audio, get out of there without making it overly complicated for somebody who is not technically an audio guy. So take this with a grain of salt. But this is what we are currently using. So this is our new audio kit. We used to have a smaller K-Tech bag. However, this I like because everything is in one kit. We don't need 500 different bags. So primarily, let me show you our boom mic. So I prefer audio coming from a boom mic. So this is my boom mic setup. Let me get it out. I love these Robo cups for carrying this. So this is actually, you'll see a trend, a lot of Deity gear. So this is the Deity carbon fiber boom pole. Even though I have more expensive boom poles, I really like how compact it is, how easy to use it is, and most time this is just gonna sit on a stand, on a boom pole holder. This is not where we're actually booming over people. But we use this Deity, this is the DLTX, not the DBTX. So this can do 48 volt phantom power. It can internally record and then transmit the audio as well. That way we're getting a 32-bit float. The mic of choice is the Sheps. This is the CMIT 5U. I like this gray. You've probably seen this in the blue color. That's the more popular one. I went for this gray color because it's more subtle. Again, we don't want to stand out. We're not trying to advertise, look, we have a fancy mic. The goal is to just get the best, highest quality audio, and I think this is one of the best mics out there. I also love, this is on a Rycode. This is called the Nano Shield mount. So we can quickly, within seconds, so let me show you. So here is where we show our outdoor. So this is our outdoor audio setup. So this is called the Rycode Nano Shield. And this is so fast. I could quickly go between. So this is the windshield, but you don't typically need it for this. So this is how it goes on. All you do, so this is if we're doing indoors, this is how we go. If we're going outdoors, we just slide this on. So it'll go right here and it'll slide right on. And then it works through magnets. One of the easiest mics, easiest windshields to go. So you go here, you just literally, but this is how it goes on. It's very easy, and now all of a sudden we can be doing a shoot outdoors. It'll cut out a lot of the wind noise, and it's very transparent. And then if we needed to, though I don't prefer to, we do have this fur that we could put on there if we wanted to. So this is a really high quality mic, really good audio quality, and I definitely like to use this whenever I can. So coming to our other booms, if we're actually booming, this is my boom pole of choice to boom. This is from K-Tech. It's called KP12 graphite boom pole. Really nice. We do have a kit for it. Again, we prefer our boom to be wireless, but if you do need to go wired, I do have the internal coil cable setup for this, with also the setup where we could put even a transmitter at the end or just put out the audio into a bag. So this is a really nice boom pole. And then if we ever need another backup boom pole, this is one of my older sets. I think this is from Rode. It's called their Boom Pole Pro. Not a fan of it because it does tend to move here, so we have gaff taped it. That's like the duct tape of filmmakers, right? But it's never given me problems since then, and it'll be like literally the third choice anyway. Then coming to the main audio setup. So this is where the audio is going. Same thing, looking for efficiency. If you see, this is corporate filmmaking. So we already have another DLTX ready to go with a COS 11D microphone with a Bumblebee mount. So we need to throw a mic. We're ready to go, as most of the time we're doing a single person interview. So our lav is just ready to go. And then one of my other favorite things on this side is our spectrum analyzer. This makes things so much easier to be able to quickly pull in, see the RF of an area. I can also use my RF distribution and connect that in here and get quickly an idea of the RF in the environment. Makes it a lot easier to program the channels and things like that. Now looking at the bag itself, so in the front is where we store all the accessories. So we're storing our lav mics here, our lav mics, As you see, we have two COS 11Ds. The first one is already attached. We have a second COS 11D that's in beige. The other ones are Mickey 2s. These are not to be confused with ME 2s. These are really, really high quality mics. They're called Mickey 2 Golds. We have 1, 2, 3 of those, and that's more than enough mics we need. But for backup, we also do have a couple of Deity WLAV Pros. Never need them, but if I needed to do something with moisture or water where I wouldn't mind losing a lav, that's where I would use these. So this is our lav kit. It's really cool. Get one of these lens filter cases. This is really good to store your lav mics in. Then this would be our strap kit. So these are Ursa straps. So we have all kinds of straps in here, you know, from your ankle to your thigh to your, you know, your waist strap, your chest strap. If we're doing exercise videos, it's really good to throw a lav in here. So again, not typically pulling lavs, but anytime we need it, especially for, you know, women, if they're wearing a dress or where we don't have a way to mount a mic, this can really come in handy. Then we have two more Deity DBTXs in here if you want to do a third and a fourth lav. Then these are my choice of windshields for interior. So you saw the exterior setup. These are called Rycote baseballs. We have in two different sizes. I'm about to show you for which mics. They're really good. And obviously you cannot have enough transport tape. We also keep another mount in here. I think this is also from Rycote if you want to throw another lav quickly on there. But let me show you our other microphones of choice. So our second, I would say outdoor mic, obviously you saw, is the CMIT 5U. I don't mind using that indoors because it's so good. But the trusty Sennheiser MKH416, this would be our secondary outdoor mic, or a backup mic if you're in a high moisture environment. My choice of interior microphone, Sheps CMC 641, really high quality, very popular mic. And the secondary choice would be the MKH50. Sounds really amazing, especially if a client doesn't have a post-production budget. I literally love throwing this on because it just sounds amazing right away. Okay, so our bag is an Orca bag. I think this is the OR335. I'll throw a link down there. Then this is how basically I would be using it. If you see, our headsets is connected. So this is the trusty from Sony MDR, what is it, 7506, very popular. A lot of people use it. This is our slate, again, Deity. From Deity, I think it's called TCSL1. I like about this slate is it can all wireless sync time codes. We have 6 time code boxes. A lot of time we're doing multicam, so we can do 6 cam, you know, time code, and then it'll sync with this and all the 4 lav kits or the wireless boom kits. So this right here goes. Then this is the rest of the setup. One of the things I love to have, we have a big lav setup, but something to have on you. This would be my lav kit. If you see, it has literally everything we need for the original, I think these are called RM11 mounts for the Sheps, not the Sheps, the COS 11Ds, but also lav clips, Bumblebee stickies, you know, a lot of stuff from Ursa and Rycote, and then this side, on the other side, we have more stuff that we need. So a lot of Rycote stickies in different shapes. We also have this Ursa tape, really, really nice. It's like moleskin, but really nice. Also top stick. So again, everything we need to mount and hide a lav really quickly, really fast. This is kind of like AKS, you know, for audio. So it just stays right here all the time. Now let me show you my favorite thing about this audio setup. Literally one button. Start. So we literally turn this button. We're using Deity power distribution, but as soon as I turn this one button on, it's going to turn on the entire system. Our audio recorder of choice is MixPre 6.2, so we can do up to 6 channels. Ideally, I only like to do up to 4. Anything else, we want an audio guy. Then this can give me a straight up time, how much time is left. What I love about this setup is that I know the whole system, what wattage it's pulling and how much time I actually have. We're using one of those smart batteries. We have another one. We also have a Deity battery, also a remote audio battery that powers the whole setup. This is where we have our time code. So this you can say kind of like is the master time code that takes time code from here, goes into the MixPre 6.2. We have up to 4 channels of audio that we're pulling in through the Deity receivers. And this is our antenna distribution from Deity. So that goes there, and we can again do up to 8 channels of audio. We're only doing, you know, 4 right now into these Deity butterfly style antennas. So this just makes sure that we don't have to actually increase our power, because a lot of time people go in their transmitter higher power, which can interfere between different transmitters, because we're, again, usually in small offices, enclosed by spaces. So to be able to put your transmitters into 10 milliwatts, really low power, but still be able to get a good signal, these antennas are perfect. They're also omnidirectional, so we can have them anywhere. But the signal chain, as it comes from the deity, DBTX or DLTX into this antenna, into the our antenna distribution, into these D2RXs that go in there. So not only are we recording 32-bit float here, we're also making a 32-bit float recording here, and everything's synced through timecode. And to change a battery is just one battery. So we can, if you see down here, that's where the smart battery is. So all it's take is one battery. We can pull it out and swap it, and that changes the battery for the entire system. Makes things a lot simpler when you know, it's just, you can have only one or two or three people on set, so very small sets, and that's kind of like the audio setup. The other thing I want to tell is not to go like a lot of people look at this and be like, oh, I need to go buy this to do corporate stuff. No, we do this because our clients expect the best. This is also the most efficient setup, but that doesn't mean it's always the best setup. We love these, Rode Pro Go, because it can do 32-bit internal, really fast audio recorders, and also the stuff from Hollyland. I think this is called the Lark M2 or the new Lark 2 M2S. That's what you're listening to me on this video. These are really good, really small microphones that are easy to use. So when we're doing event coverage where we don't need the setup or we need to move really fast. So it's not all about buying the most expensive gear, it's about buying the right gear. And in a lot of instances, this can be the right gear. But when we're doing those high quality interviews, when we're trying to tell a brand story, we want audio to not be a distraction, right? We want it to get away. And this is the best setup, fastest setup, where without doing much, we can get the best quality of audio. And we also love the Sidus audio app from Deity, because now with one button, we can sync all our cameras. We can make sure that we can start the recording on the microphone, and one button here, and we can start the recording here. Very easy setup. I can train someone in 10 minutes. And since we're using 32-bit float in everywhere, generally, it's not a fix-all for it, but what makes sure is that we can get the most dynamic range from this microphone, and we can record it in multiple places. And that's kind of what's best for our production. So I would love to hear your guys' feedback. What do you think about our audio setup? What would you do different? And what can we do to improve? So thank you for watching, and let me know what else would you like to see from me in the future continuing this series.